Three alien girls, only 19 years old, crashed on Earth thousands of miles from home, separated by fate, hunted by humans. And one of them will feel something no alien was ever meant to feel: love. This is the story of Astra, Lyra, Vexa, and the human who changed everything. Three 19-year-old alien girls, Astra, Lyra, and Vexa, were never supposed to land on Earth. They came from the radiant planet Borealis, a world where the sky shimmered like liquid diamonds and the nights thrummed with singing constellations. They were young explorers in training, sent on a star journey to learn courage, unity, and survival before becoming full-fledged navigators of the cosmos. Their ship, the Lunaris Veil, drifted through the galaxy like a glowing shard of a fallen star. Astra stood at the main controls, her violet eyes locked on the cosmic horizon. Lyra tended to the engine crystals, her silver hair floating in soft waves. Vexa monitored the navigation grid, muttering in frustration when coordinates refused to align. Their mission? Explore, observe, return home. But destiny intervened. A violent distortion wave struck without warning, like a cosmic storm tearing space itself apart. The Lunaris Veil shuddered, panels cracked, the star map flickered wildly. "Hold on!" Astra shouted, gripping the controls as blue lightning crawled across the cockpit walls. Lyra gasped, "The core is destabilizing!" "We're being pulled into a gravity funnel," Vexa yelled. The ship spiraled out of control. Energy shields failed. Metal screamed. Space tore open, and the Lunaris Veil plunged downward through the collapsing sky. Then came the blinding flash. The stars disappeared. A blue and green planet filled their view. Earth. The ship entered the atmosphere like a burning comet, wings tearing away, hull glowing red as it fell. Trees erupted, soil exploded. The crash shook the ground for miles. The wreckage scattered across Clearwater County, Montana. The three girls were thrown apart. Astra hit the cornfields. Lyra crashed into the forest. Vexa slid across a dry creek bed, then silence, until the world responded. Black helicopters roared overhead. Drones scanned the fields. USIA vehicles closed in. U.S. Intelligence Agency directive: capture any extraterrestrial life, alive if possible, unharmed not required. Astra woke first, gasping as cold air stung her lungs. Pain surged through her ribs. Her glow was fading. Vorians needed sunlight or starlight to live, and she had neither. Then she heard them, dogs barking, boots crushing cornstalks, men shouting orders. She forced herself to stand and run. Her glowing body flickered as exhaustion dragged her down. She stumbled across the field, vision fading in streaks of violet. Flashlights cut through the corn. Astra's breath hitched. She collapsed at the edge of a quiet farm, and then someone approached. Ethan Ward, a 25-year-old farmer, walked outside to check on his animals when he noticed a strange glow near the field. At first, he thought it was a broken lantern. Then the shape became clear. A girl, glowing faintly, skin like moonlit glass, hair like silver fire. She struggled to breathe, her eyes half open in fear and pain. Ethan froze. What are you?" She tried to speak, her voice barely more than a whisper. "Please help." Her hand reached toward him, trembling, desperate. warm. Every instinct told him to run, to call authorities, to step back from the impossible. But her eyes weren't monstrous. They were terrified, human, soft. Ethan kneeled slowly. "I'm not going to hurt you." "You're not afraid?" she asked weakly. "I am," he admitted, "but you look like you need help more than I need answers." She exhaled in relief and fainted. Ethan caught her immediately. She weighed almost nothing, like gravity didn't fully touch her. "Hold on, I've got you." Something inside her shifted, something warm, something gentle, something she didn't understand yet. Ethan carried her inside his farmhouse and placed her on the couch. Her glow dimmed almost completely as she gasped for breath. He grabbed a blanket, hesitated, then gently laid it over her. "Are you cold?" he asked softly. She nodded. "What do you need? Medicine?" Her voice trembled. "Light, starlight." He blinked. "Moonlight should count, right?" She nodded again. Ethan opened the curtains wide. Moonlight washed over her face. Slowly, the crystalline lines along her arms brightened. Her breathing steadied. Her eyes opened, still tired, but glowing softly. "You saved me," she whispered. "You asked for help," he said. "But humans, your agents, they're hunting me." "Why?" "For myself and for my friends." She swallowed hard. "Lyra and Vexa, we were separated. If USIA finds them first, they won't survive." Ethan sat beside her, troubled but steady. "Then I'll help you find them before the government does." Astra stared at him, stunned. "You'd help an alien?" "You're not a monster," he said gently. "You're a girl who needs help. That's enough." Warmth bloomed in Astra's chest, deeper than starlight. She didn't have a name for this feeling, not yet. Astra grew weaker over the next hours. Crash injuries, lack of starlight, fear, all drained her strength. Ethan refused to leave her side. He brought her water. He gently held her hand when she trembled. He closed the curtains when helicopters flew overhead. He stood guard at the window, ready to protect her from anything. Astra watched him quietly. "Why are you doing this?" she whispered. Ethan shrugged softly. "I guess I can't walk away from someone who needs me." Her chest tightened. Humans weren't supposed to be like this, not according to the archives. But Ethan was different. Astra felt her heart flutter. Strange, warm, confusing. Ethan noticed her breathing quicken. "Are you okay?" Astra nodded shyly. "I think I feel safe." "You are." He smiled softly. She lowered her gaze, cheeks glowing faintly. A storm rolled in that night. Thunder shook the walls. Astra jolted every time lightning flashed. Ethan noticed. "You're scared?" "My planet never had storms like this," she whispered. "Everything here feels so loud, so heavy." Ethan sat beside her on the couch. "You don't have to face it alone." Astra hesitated, then moved closer. Slowly, softly, she leaned against him. Her glowing head rested on his shoulder. Her breathing slowed. Her trembling stopped. Ethan wrapped an arm gently around her, protective, warm, careful not to hurt her fragile body. Astra whispered, "Ethan, your warmth, it feels like sunlight." He smiled softly. "And you feel like starlight." Astra looked up at him. For a moment, they simply breathed the same air, close, quiet, connected. Then Astra whispered, "Is this what humans call affection?" Ethan swallowed. "Something like that." Astra leaned closer. He tilted his head. Their lips met, soft, gentle, warm, not rushed, not wild, just a connection of two beings who shouldn't have met, but did. Astra's glow brightened faintly. Ethan's hand rested behind her back, steady and comforting. When they finally pulled away, Astra whispered, "I don't understand these feelings, but I want to." Ethan brushed her cheek gently. "We have time. You're safe here." Astra smiled for the first time. By morning, Astra felt stronger, not fully healed, but alive, stable and emotionally grounded beside Ethan. "We can't stay here," she whispered. "USAI, they'll search every field. every home. And my friends, they're alone out there. Ethan grabbed his jacket. Then we find them together. Astra nodded, her heart warm. Together, the human and the alien stepped out into the early morning light. Two lives entwined by destiny. Two worlds colliding. Two hearts beginning something neither had ever imagined. This was only the beginning. The morning after the storm felt quieter, almost unreal. Soft sunlight drifted through the farmhouse windows, painting warm golden stripes across the wooden floor. Ethan stepped lightly, making sure Astra, still curled under the blanket, did not wake. She needed rest. He had no idea how an alien body healed, but she looked fragile. Her glow dimmed, her breathing gentle but slow. He made tea, pacing, constantly checking the window for agents. A soft voice interrupted him. "Ethan?" He turned. Astra was awake, slowly sitting up, silver hair falling over her shoulders, eyes softly glowing like fading stars. "You should sleep more," Ethan said quietly. "I slept enough. Your home feels safe." He smiled. "I'm glad." Astra tried to stand but winced. Pain shot up her side. Ethan rushed to her. "Hey, easy, let me help." She hesitated, then allowed him to hold her arm. His hands were steady, warm, grounding. Her body leaned against him naturally, as if she belonged there. Astra swallowed softly. "Humans, you're warmer than Vorians. It's comforting." Ethan looked at her gently. "And you glow when you're tired. That's new for me." Astra blushed, the faintest violet shimmer across her cheeks. On her second night, Astra's energy collapsed again. Her temperature dropped. Her glow flickered dangerously. "Astra," she whispered weakly. "I'm cold. Too cold." He panicked. "What do I do? Tell me, please." Astra reached for him with trembling hands. "Stay close. Your warmth, it helps me stabilize." Ethan hesitated only for a heartbeat, then pulled the blanket aside and sat beside her, letting her lean against his chest. She curled into him instinctively, her head resting above his heart, listening to the steady rhythm. "You're shaking," he murmured. "Your world's air is heavy, strong. My body is learning." Ethan wrapped an arm around her shoulders, rubbing them gently to warm her. Astra's breathing slowed, her glow strengthening again. After a moment, she looked up at him, eyes soft and vulnerable. "You kept me alive again." Ethan brushed a strand of hair behind her ear. "I'm not going to let anything happen to you." Astra blinked slowly, then whispered, "Ethan, may I ask something unusual?" "Of course." "In my culture, when someone saves your life twice, you offer them a sign of trust." "What sign?" he asked gently. Astra slowly lifted her hand and placed her fingertips against his lips, light as starlight touching water. Then she whispered, "A kiss." He froze for a heartbeat. "Astra, are you sure?" Her voice was barely a breath. "I feel safe with you. I feel drawn to you." He leaned closer, careful, slow, giving her space to pull away. She didn't. Their lips met gently, soft, warm, slow. Astra inhaled sharply, her glow brightening at the touch. The kiss deepened only slightly, still tender, still controlled, but full of emotion neither of them fully understood. When they finally pulled away, Astra rested her forehead against his. "My energy, my heart feels stronger when you're close," she whispered. Ethan swallowed, overwhelmed. "And mine feels like it's learning something new." Astra smiled weakly. "Then we are learning together." By the third day, Astra could stand and walk with less pain. Her glow brightened whenever she stepped into sunlight, absorbing gentle waves of energy. Ethan watched her from the porch, amazed. "You look healthier today," he said. Astra nodded. "Your sun is powerful. It feels rough, but alive." She stepped closer to him,
the wind brushing her silver hair. Thank you for keeping me hidden. I don't know how long I can keep you safe. The government is searching every farm. Astra placed a hand over his. I trust you, and trust is not something Vorians give easily. He squeezed her hand gently. I'll protect you, always. Astra's breath caught at the word always. That night, Astra woke from a nightmare, shaking, glowing sharply, her eyes filled with terror. Astra! Ethan rushed to her side. I'm here. It's all right. She clung to his shirt, burying her face against his chest. I couldn't find you. His arms wrapped around her protectively. They're not taking you. I won't let them. Astra lifted her head, tears shimmering like tiny galaxies.
Ethan, why does my heart ache when you're far? Why does your presence calm me?
Because you're connected to me now, he whispered. Astra touched his cheek gently. Then I want to stay close. Their faces drifted together, breaths mingling. A soft moment stretched, warm, fragile. Then their lips met again. This kiss was deeper, still gentle, still safe, still PG-13, but full of emotion. Astra's glow brightened softly against Ethan's skin. Ethan held her carefully, one hand resting against her back, the other brushing her jaw. When they parted, Astra whispered, This feeling, it grows every day. So does mine. He touched his forehead to hers. Day 4 to 6, growing closer. Over the next days, Ethan taught Astra how to drink warm tea. Astra learned to walk barefoot on Earth's soil. Ethan fixed her torn clothing with old fabric shirts. Astra healed slowly, glowing brighter every sunset. They talked for hours about Earth, about Vorelius, about fear, about hope. Every night, Astra fell asleep against Ethan's shoulder. Every morning, she woke with her head still resting on him. Their bond grew quiet, gentle, strong, and yet danger grew too. USIA drones passed overhead more frequently. Astra's anxiety increased. We can't stay here, she whispered on the 7th night. Ethan nodded. I know. She stepped closer, placing her hand on his chest. Ethan, if we leave the farm, will you stay with me? He didn't hesitate. Yes, wherever you go, I go. Astra's eyes softened. Then we face this together. Ethan leaned down. Astra rose slightly on her toes. Their kiss this time was slow, meaningful, sealing a promise, a bond made not by fate but by choice.